Hey guys, so June is upon us. It is officially summertime if you're up there and winter time down here, which I'm not really happy about, but I don't know if you can see behind me. Winter is just beautiful in Sydney, so I'm not too sad about that. So as you're watching this, I am probably somewhere over an ocean making my way to Ireland. In case you didn't know, I am going to be going home for the whole month of June. I've got 2 weddings to go to, one at the start and one at the end of the month. So I'm going to be home for the whole month. So if you see me around, like if you see me in Pennies or something, please say hi, it is me. But it does also mean that my upload schedule will probably be affected, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do my usual 3 videos a week for June. I'm going to try and have some pre-recorded, so there's at least one, and I'm also going to try and vlog this time. I know I keep threatening and I always say that I'm going to vlog and then I never actually do, but this time will be different. Anyway, it is time for my monthly favorites for May, and I haven't got a huge amount of products this month, but the ones that I have are quite interesting and quite different as well. So yeah, let's just get into it. So first, I have got some makeup brushes. These are Sigma makeup brushes, and would you believe that I hadn't ordered Sigma brushes since Sigma first became a thing, when Makeup by Tiffany D like announced them to the internet. So my old Sigma brushes still have like the old MAC numbering system, like that's how old they are. So I thought it was probably time that I ordered some new ones, especially because of a brush that I am a huge fan of, the MAC 226 brush, which is a tapered eyeshadow blending brush. This is a limited edition brush and I use it in a lot of my tutorials, but obviously because it's limited edition, it's really difficult to get a hold of. So I decided to go and get the Sigma version of it, and this is their small tapered blending E45 brush. And I have to say, I actually think I prefer this to the MAC one, simply because it's a little bit pointier. So even though the MAC one is still quite tapered, definitely a lot more so than say a 217 is, the Sigma one is even more tapered. It's a little bit pointier, so it's even better for getting right into the roots and doing like a really defined crease, and also for doing the lower lash line. And it's super duper soft, and it's a fraction of the price, so woohoo! And another one that I thought was really awesome is the Sigma Angle Brow Brush, the E75. And I have a Sigma brush, a Sigma Angle Brush. It's not their brow brush, it's just like their normal angle brush, but again, it's from ages ago, and I really didn't like it because it's too thick. But this one is super fine. It's just like a MAC 266, synthetic, really soft, nice flexible hairs. It's a little bit smaller, like the hairs are a little bit shorter, and it's a little bit smaller widthways as well. But it's perfect, absolutely perfect for doing your brows, and definitely would be great for doing eyeliner as well. And again, it just does exactly the same, if not better, a job than the MAC one does, but it's a fraction of the price, so woohoo! Next for makeup, I have got a Benefit product. This is their Bigger Than BB Big Easy Cream, BB Cream, confusing title. This product has been out for a month, maybe even a little bit longer than that. It's not exactly a totally new product, but it was new to me, and I'm really glad I actually did get around to giving it a try, because it's really nice. And I have written a blog post about this if you want to see more detail, and I'll link to that in the description box. But basically, it's a BB cream. It's like a tinted, it's definitely not a tinted moisturizer, because it's definitely not a moisturizing product, but it's just a really quick everyday base, and I have been using this, you know, if I just want to run to the shop, or if I need to nip into town and I don't want to spend too long on my base. It's got an SPF of 35 in it, and its sunblock ingredient is titanium dioxide, which is a great sunblock. Blockers like that are the best for preventing pigmentation in your skin. Now obviously, with any product like this, if you're going to be outdoors and exposed to a lot of sun, you definitely want to be using a separate sun protection as well. But just for like, you know, incidental sun exposure, SPF 35 in this is fantastic. So the reason I really like this though is because it's a liquid to powder formula. So it, once you rub it in, it's quite matte and it feels very velvety on. So unlike a lot of other kind of BB creams and tinted moisturizers that are usually aimed at a slightly more dry or dehydrated skin, this is great because it sits on my oily skin really well, and it just smooths over the look of pores and helps to keep my skin looking matte basically. And it blends very easily with your fingers. You don't need to use a separate brush. On the review my review that I wrote on my blog, a few people did comment that had dry skin that said it was absolutely horrible on their dry skin. So just, you know, to be aware of that. I can imagine because of the texture of it, because it has that powdery texture, it would show up if you've got flakiness in your skin. So definitely one to try out first if you're able to get into a benefit counter and get them to test it on you if you have a drier skin. But for my oily skin, I think it's awesome. Next, I have some skincare products, and I actually have some really nice skincare products. First of all is the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. And this is exactly what the name would suggest. It's a pre-cleanser, so it's you use it to break your makeup down before you actually cleanse your skin. So it's an oil-based cleanser. I think this was one of the first oil cleansers. Maybe Schumer did them first. I don't know. But it's an oil. You just pour some into your hand, rub it in your hands, and then massage it into your makeup. And you can use it on your eye makeup, your lips, everything. And the oil just breaks the makeup down, and then you emulsify it with water, and it turns into like a milk, and it just rinses off. So it's not like, it won't completely cleanse your skin. It's just really there to get the makeup off. And obviously for somebody like me that I wear a lot of makeup a lot of the time, pre-cleansers or just having that kind of step before you cleanse your skin is really, really important, just to get all that makeup off. And it just feels really nice. It feels really softening. It just feels like a really luxurious thing to do for your skin, and it smells divine. Like, it almost smells lemony. So next I have a couple of items from Alpha H, and I had never ever used this brand up until about 3 weeks ago when I went to a product launch that they had releasing a new product that I'm going to be talking about. And I'd heard of the brand already. I'd heard like Lisa Eldridge and stuff talking about it, and I don't know why I never actually looked into buying any of this stuff, because anytime Lisa Eldridge recommends something, you know it's going to be good stuff, right? But I went along anyway, and I actually met the owner of the company, and she's a New Zealander, absolutely lovely, and just kind of gave us a bit of history about the brand and history about her skin. And I don't know, it was so relatable. The whole story was so relatable, because she suffered from like breakouts and adult acne, and she started using Alpha H products, and her skin is fabulous. So I was totally soaked in. I was like, I need to try some of this stuff. So they launched a new product, and I'm not entirely sure if it's available yet, but I will leave information in the description box. It is called their Instant Facial. So it's the Alpha H Instant Facial with Cypress and Barley. And it's a really unusual product. It's kind of like a toner, but it's also a moisturizer in one. But it's just like, if I shake it near the microphone, it's just liquid. So it's in a spray. So what you do is you cleanse your skin, and then you can either spray this directly onto your face, but the owner actually recommended that you spray it into a cotton pad and then wipe it all over your face. Just, you don't really want to get it in your eyes because there's glycolic acid in it. I have been using it for the last 3 weeks since we got it, and my skin has improved so much. It's just really refined the texture of the skin, and I've not been using a separate moisturizer with it, so there is enough moisture in this that you don't actually need to put like a separate lotion on top, and it actually works better, or it's more intensive when you don't put a separate serum or moisturizer on top of it. And I also got to try their Absolut eye complex, which has got cucumber and vitamin B5. So this is their eye cream, and this is great because it's an eye cream that you can use the whole way up under the eyes, up to the lash line, and on the eyelid to the lash line, so the whole way around the eye, which I think is really important because you don't only get like lines and texture under your eyes. Your eyelid shows age just as much as your under eye area does, and I know myself from doing other people's makeup, like your eyelid, as you get older, it loses elasticity and it starts to get crepey, and the texture, you know, you're not able to wear like shimmery eyeshadows because it's such a textured surface. So it is important to make sure you're looking after that area. It's really, really light gel. It absorbs very, very quickly, and it kind of tingles when you put it on, which means that there's stuff going on that, you know, stuff is actually happening. It's not just sitting on top of your skin. Alpha H is very much active skincare, so a lot of it is quite tingly, and you can feel it actually working on your skin, which I love. Next, I have some nail polish, and this is more a range of nail polish rather than one particular color. These are the Eles nail polishes, and they are an Australian brand, and they sent me their entire Brighton collection, which is their new like color collection, and very generous of them, so thank you very much. The colors are really beautiful, so they're all based off of the colors that you would kind of see at the seaside, you know, Brighton, so they're like based off of real summery colors. The formula is lovely, absolutely lovely in these. They're very they're very glossy and they're very smooth. So I actually wore some of these to the benefit event. I wore the orange one, and people were asking me if I had a gel manicure done, because they just look that like super shiny and thick. They're not thick at all when you put them on though. It's a very, very thin kind of texture, and it dries very, very quickly. And the first layer is quite sheer, but it does build up quickly. So after about 3 coats, you have that really, really lovely glossy, thick gel-like finish. And I do have a blog post wearing that orange nail polish. I'm not wearing any nail polish for this video. How bad am I? But I do have a blog post about that orange nail polish, where you can see like real close up of the finish that you get from that polish, as well as a picture of all of the polishes in that color collection. So I'll leave a link to that down below as well. Now the only thing is, it's an Australian brand, and they do have an online store, and it's free delivery on their online store, but only within Australia. They don't actually deliver worldwide as of yet, so I'm really sorry about that. And then finally, not makeup or beauty related at all, I am loving my new sunglasses. I just thought I would share them with you. These are filthy. How are they so dirty? Looks like I've got jam on them. I love them, I love them, I love them. They're by Witchery, which is another Australian store here. I'm trying to think what Witchery would be the equivalent of back home. Maybe like a fancier warehouse or something. I had been looking for new sunglasses for so long. I have a pair of Ray-Bans and a pair of old Chanel's that are just scratched to bits. I hadn't bought a new pair of sunglasses since I got to Australia. Like, I wear sunglasses every freaking day. Yeah, I couldn't find any that I really, really liked. And then I saw these and I saw the price and I was like, yes, I'll have them. They're like $60 or something, which I know to some people it's probably a lot of money, but when you compare it to the likes of, you know, the real designer sunglasses that can be upwards of like $300-400, I thought that was pretty good. I love the translucent frames. I really do love that trend, and they're kind of like a mauvey, slightly purpley color, and then the arms are rose gold and they just have Witchery on them. Love them. So these are the Peggie style from Witchery, and you can buy them online from David Jones. So I'll leave the link down below. And that is it for my favorites for the month of May. I don't really have a massive major product, certainly not that much makeup, but I didn't really try that much new stuff this month. But hopefully I'm going to be buying a whole hell of a lot of stuff from Boots when I go home. So probably for my June favorites, I will have a lot of like drugstore makeup in my monthly favorites. So yes, I really hope you like that, guys. Let me know if you've tried any of those products out and what you thought of them. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to see. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.